What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. The Milwaukee Bucks. Man, let's just jump right in and talk about it. You know how we do.
If this world were mine.
So the Milwaukee Bucks are going through their ups and downs. So we trying to figure out, is Doc the guy or not? And like I said before, you got to give him some time. I believe Giannis needs a coach that he can at least respect his name. We got to give him some time to see if he can implement the things that he wants to implement with this team, change that culture a little bit, get them to play the type of basketball that he wants them to play individually as well. And that means we're really going to have to see what he does with Dame. If he somehow frees Dame up a little bit or if he puts the cuffs on Dame. You know what I'm saying? Because Doc, when he was successful, he had a point guard that was Rajon Rondo, who was a distributor, a team leader, a playmaker, things like that. Not a scorer and not a shooter. So we'll definitely have to see how Doc handles that. That's going to be key. I like what I've been seeing with Giannis under Doc so far. Giannis being more of the playmaker. I'm hoping that that's kind of how he does things. Giannis is good at it, and that's going to help expand Giannis's game even more. And I like that. Giannis can handle it. Giannis can handle it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll just have to give Doc a little bit of time. I mean, if you look at it, this job really isn't an easy job. It's not an easy job. And if you can't get Giannis or some of the other players to make the necessary sacrifices or adjustments, look at some of these highlights that we're seeing in the background. And as you watch some of these highlights, look at how many times Giannis neglects to pass the ball to a wide open teammate. Now, we all know 3 is more than 2, right? 3 is more than 2. And we talk about how the NBA is, and look at how many times Giannis doesn't pass, to a wide open teammate for a 3, which is fine. Okay, hey, it's like it's not even on his mind to consider to do so. Like he's going in 2, 3 defenders around him. He's trying to finish that, period. He's not even thinking or considering, man, I got nothing but shooters on the outside wide open. Malik Beasley, Chris Middleton, Damian Lillard. I have nothing but shooters. Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis when he's on. I have nothing but shooters. And Giannis refused to, you've heard me say that I like what Giannis is doing when he's playmaking and distributing the ball and passing the ball. But as you see, when he has his mind made up that he's going to score, he doesn't even waver from that. And that has to change. That has to change. You're going to have to figure out what you're going to do with him and Dame at the same time. How are you going to attack with him and Dame? Are you just going to let Giannis have the ball? Because Dame has shown, as we've seen in the All-Star game, Dame is much better, with the ball in his hands. So what does that mean? Because you're not going to spot Giannis up anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that means he's going to have to be in the dunker spot. I mean, we'll see. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's going to be some sacrifices. It's going to be some adjustments. We'll see if they're willing to make it. I mean, and let's face it. I mean, it's not like Doc Rivers was sitting at home just game planning and, if I happen to get the job coaching the Milwaukee Bucks and for some strange reason they fire Adrian Griffin, I better be ready and have things prepared to get everybody acclimated to what I want them to do and get them to, he wasn't doing that. He was working, you know what I'm saying? Commentating, calling games or whatever, and got that call. It's going to take a little bit of time just to see if he can get the guys to play the way that he wants them to play. Get things implemented, you know what I'm saying, to get himself going, to get his rhythm. I'm just saying, I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'm not saying Doc Rivers is the greatest coach. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for us to really see what he can do or not do with the Milwaukee Bucks, it's going to take a little more than what we've seen so far. He's definitely going to need some time to get them in his mindset. They have to be a reflection of his mindset. They want to be in the talkings like a dynasty type team. They want to be legendary, the Golden State Warriors, you know what I'm saying? San Antonio Spurs. So that's where they're trying to do this. That's where they're going that route. I happen to respect it. I happen to like the fact that they're going for greatness. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, Doc may or may not be the guy for that. But we're going to see. You got to give him some time. You got to give him some time, you know. And so far, what I'm seeing in Giannis, I like, you know, but I'm not certain. I want to see what he does with Dame. The addition of Patrick Beverly is really going to help a lot. I mean, Patrick Beverly, come on now. I mean, that's really going to help a lot in that defensive backcourt. And then we'll see what happens defensively. We'll see what they're able to do on that defensive end, because that's where the Bucks really struggle. They struggle really bad on that defensive end. So we'll see what kind of things Doc can do if he goes to a zone every now and again and puts Giannis at that top, you know, as the Timberwolves used to do with Kevin Garnett. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think Doc Rivers should do, if he's doing a good job, if he's capable of doing a good job. We hear guys like Gil Arenas and his lack of faith in what Doc Rivers can do. And you can tell there's a lot of people that's not really enthusiastic about Doc Rivers. But, I mean, we just got to give some of these things some time, man. We just got to give it some time, and we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how things work. All the excuses and stuff that people are talking about, I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, he hasn't had a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, and then it's the All-Star break. I mean, he just hasn't had a lot of time. You know, it's, come on. I'm not a Doc Rivers guy, nor am I Austin Rivers proponent. But I'm going to just give him a little bit of time and see. And if he stinks, he stinks. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm going to say something about it. What type of decisions he makes. If he changes the personnel, the rotations. Those were some of the tough decisions that I don't think Adrian Griffin was willing to make. And that's all the team probably needed, was just a little tweak here and there. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, not having Drew Holiday is, you know, not something that they were prepared to move on from as much as they thought they were. But all the team really needed was just some adjustments here and there to help counter some of the things that you lost with Drew Holiday. Obviously, you're not going to make up for all of the things that you lost in Drew Holiday, but definitely with a few little tweaks here and there, you could have made up for some of the things, and it just wasn't happening. You know, it just wasn't happening. So let's give Doc a little bit of time. I would love to see what JJ Redick would do if he was sitting there doing what he's doing now and got a call to take over for the Brooklyn Nets right now because they fired Jacques Vaughn. Right? And that's crazy. I mean, yeah, they lost by 50. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's things that were going on. You know, I thought Jacques Vaughn as a whole was doing a good job, you know, kind of putting his stamp on the team as far as his personality, the mentality, and figuring out what type of team that they were going to be. I thought he was doing a good job of that. I don't know about that. You know, the Coaches Association might need to unionize. You know, Fogel, you know, might need to unionize. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I would love to see what JJ Redick can do in that situation. You know, just coming in, trying to change things, get guys to listen to him, respect him, run what he wants them to run, how he wants them to run. Hey, remember what happened with Steve Nash? Yeah, I can see that happening with JJ Redick, if not worse. Remember what Robert Horry did to Danny Ainge? Yeah, anyway, I just let's just give Doc some time, you know, and see what happens. So comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the Milwaukee Bucks and Doc Rivers. So I thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right.
If this world were mine.